I just made a workflow that automatically finds the best performing reels from any creator within minutes. And I didn't write a single line of code. I simply connected n8n with Apify and Google Sheets. It goes to Instagram, checks every creator I choose, looks at their reels from the last 15 days and finds which video got the most views. And then it automatically saves everything. Captions, likes, comments, views neatly in a Google Sheet. All this happens in just a few minutes. Look at this. Top 2 reels from each creator, all sorted by views. Imagine using this to find viral ideas or track your competitors. No coding, no scraping headache. Just plug and play. So this is how the workflow looks like, okay? So first we have added this node. It says when clicking execute workflow. So as soon as we click this, our workflow will start and then it will come to this node which says get rows in a sheet. Okay, so it means it will fetch all the data from the Google Sheet that we will link here, okay? So let me come to the Google Sheet. So this is the Google Sheet that we have created. So here I have mentioned 3 creators' name. So first is Varun Maya, then it is Nate Herc, and then it is Manthan Patel along with their Instagram IDs. Okay, so you can select these names based on your use case. Okay, so for my use case, I have selected this. So I want top 2 posts in the last 15 days on their profile which has got maximum number of views. Okay, and I want all those details into this Google Sheet here. Okay, so I'll get the creator's name here, I'll get the URL of the reel or the post that they have posted, and then we'll also get the caption along with views, likes, comments, and the date when the video or the reel was posted by them. Okay, so I want top 2 from each one of them. Okay, so I have created 2 sheets here. One is list of creators, okay, where I have mentioned all these details, and second I have created best performing reels, okay, where I have mentioned creator, URL, caption, views, likes, comments, and date. Okay, so you can also create this sheet as per your requirement. Now we'll come to this workflow now. So as soon as we fetch the usernames from this Google Sheet, then we will be adding a tool called Apify. Okay, so Apify is a tool that helps scraping data from multiple platforms. For this use case, we'll be using Instagram scraper. So this Apify scraper will go to their account based on the username that I have mentioned. It will get all the details for the last 15 days. So it will scrape good amount of data, but we do not need a lot of data. Okay, so we only need this data like creator, URL, caption, views, likes, comments, and date. These are the only information that we need. For this reason, we have added edit fills node. Okay, so what it will do, it will filter out only this information that I want in my Google Sheet. So after that, I have added one more filter. So basically it's a JavaScript code where it will filter only those data which is under 15 days. Plus which is also in video format, because I am not looking for photos here. I'm only looking for reels or video content here. So this node will only filter out the content for the last 15 days plus which is in the format of video. Okay, and thereafter we have added another filter. This is also a JavaScript code. So it will filter the top 2 posts from each creator. Okay, so we have added this code. We have taken help from ChatGPT and we have mentioned the code here. And after this filtration part is done, it will feed all those data into our Google Sheet. So we already have the name here. So now I'll click on execute workflow and now you will see how it works. Okay, so let me click here. Now you can see it has got the data from our Google Sheet. It has got 3 items because here you can see there are 3 items here. So it has got 3 items. So now Apify's Instagram scraper will go to their profile and will find all the details. Yes, now you can see this is done. We'll open our Google Sheet now. So this is the second sheet. So you can see we have got all the data here. We have got the creator name. We have got the URL of the video. Let us open the URL. So this is the video. So this is the caption. You can check the caption. We used AI to step into the most epic moments. So we'll close this and yes, you can check the caption here. You can check the number of views, number of likes, comments, and the date the video was posted. Okay, similarly you can see for other creators also like Manthan Patel. For Nate Herc, you can see the Instagram URL, you can see the caption, you can see the number of views, likes, comments, and the date when it was posted. Okay, so here you can get idea what kind of content they are posting. Based on that, you can also improve your own content. So this is how it works. So now we'll be building this entire workflow from scratch. So for this you will have to have an n8n account. Okay, so if you don't have an account, account, you can come to Google and you can search for n8n and you can click on the first link. This is the page that you will see. You can click on get started and you can sign up. You will get 14 days of free trial. Okay, so these are the steps that we will be following one by one. Okay, so first we'll be adding a trigger node. Okay, so we'll come here, we'll add a trigger node. So just click this trigger manually. Okay, so now this part is done. So step number 1 is done. Now let us check what is step number 2. So step number 2 is we'll have to get the creator list. Okay, this means we'll have to add a Google Sheet and get the data. So let us come to our workflow here. We'll be adding Google Sheet. Search for Google Sheet. And now from here, we will select get rows in a sheet, because we'll be getting information. Whatever details we have mentioned in the sheet, we want those informations to be selected. For this, we'll be selecting get rows in a sheet. Okay, so now you have to connect your Google Sheet with n8n. If you have not done it, you can do it. If you have any questions, you can let me know. I can help you with it. Second, the resource part, it should be sheet within document. Next operation should be get rows. Document from list. So we have to select the document. So we'll select this. So we'll select Instagram Reel Scraper from here. Now we'll be selecting the sheet. So this sheet is named best performing reels and this sheet is named list of creators. Okay, so I'll be selecting list of creators because I want all this data from here. Okay, so I'll come to this n8n workflow. I'll select list of creators from here. Okay, so I've selected this. Now I'll click on execute step. So now you can see whatever data we had in the Google Sheet, we have got it here. Okay, so this part is done. Now let's click on back. So this was step number 2. Now we'll go to step number 3. Okay, so step number 3 is we have to scrape Instagram data. Okay, so for this we'll be using Apify tool. Okay, so let us come here again. Now we'll be adding Apify. So search for Apify here. I'll select this. Now here I'll be selecting run an actor and get dataset. Okay, so actor means scrapers. In their language, they have termed it actor. In simple word, actor means scrapers. Okay, so we'll run a scraper and we'll get their data set. Okay, so we'll select this option. Now we'll have to connect our n8n account with Apify. Okay, so we'll do this using API. So I have already connected it for myself, but still I want to show you how you can also do it for yourself. Okay, so just come here, click create new credential. Okay, so once you click this, this is what you will see. You have to copy paste the API key. Okay, so for this, just come here, search for Apify. So this is what you will see. Just click on the first link. So this is a tool which is used to scrape data from multiple different platforms. Okay, so for our use case, we'll be using Instagram scraper. Okay, so since I've already got an account here, it is not asking me to sign up. Okay, but for your case, you will have to sign up and then only you can come here. Okay, so I'll select this option, Instagram scraper. So I'll click here and then this is what I will see. Then I'll click on try for free. Okay, this page will load and this is what I will see. And please note that you will be getting 5 USD for free. You can use it. So now on the left hand side, we'll click on settings. So after clicking on settings, you'll get this page and then you will have to click API and integrations. Okay, I'll click here. So this is the API key. I'll just copy from here and I'll come here and I'll paste it here. As soon as I do this, I'll click on save and it will get connected. Okay, but since I've already made the connection, I'm not doing it again. So I'll click on back to canvas. I'll close this. So this is connected already. Now the resource will be actor. Okay, so actor in simple term, you can consider it as scraper. Now operation is run an actor and get data set. Okay, so it will run the scraper and it will get all the information. Then actor source will be recently used actors. But for your case, you will see this option, Apify store actors. Okay, so I'll select this option. Now I have to select the actor. It means I have to select the scraper. So I'll have to choose from here. So let me type Instagram. So I'll select the first one. So this is the one that I will select. Now I have to input a JSON file here. Okay, I'll click on expression. I'll make it big. And now I have to paste a JSON file here. Okay, so now I'll be going back to my Apify dashboard. Okay, so this is my Apify dashboard. This is how it looked because last time we copied the API from here. Now you'll have to come to home page. Okay, so this is the home page. I'll click here. And now this is what I will see. So this is the home page of the dashboard and this is the one that I'll be selecting because recently I have already viewed it. But in your case, you have to select it from fresh. Okay, so now since I've used this already, I'll click here. So after clicking, this is what I will see. So by default, you will get this link. So later on, you will have to change this username. So I'll show you how to do it. And then here, maximum search per URL should be 30. Okay, so this one should be scrape posts. And then so here you have to make it relative and you have to select 15 days because we want data for the last 15 days. So you can change this as per your requirement. For my use case, this is what I'll be doing. Okay, so now scroll up and you can simply click on JSON. Okay, just click here JSON and then we will get the JSON file. So here you can see only posts newer than 15 days and the results limit is 30. And now from here I'll copy this. Okay, just click on copy and now I'll come to n8n. I'll paste this here. Okay, so now as I said, this is the random username that they have given. We'll have to change this. Okay, so to change this, just delete this one, and from the left hand side, so this is the username of Varun Maya. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll drag this from here and I'll paste it here in the middle. Okay, done. Now you can see this on the right hand side, the Varun Maya. This is the username. So it means we have got the username. So now it means as per this username, it will fetch the data. So now I'll close this. I'll come down, timeout, you can keep it blank, memory, it is fine, build tag, it will be empty. Okay, so now I'll click on execute step. Let's click here and now let's wait for the output. So now we have got all this data here. You can click on schema and this is what you can see. So now this part is done. Now we'll click on back to canvas. So now you can see we have got 66 item. Okay, so now step 3 is done. Let us check step 4. Okay, so step 4 is organize and clean the data. So we'll add a node where we will clean the data. So it's too messy, but we only want structured data as per our Google Sheet. So this is our Google Sheet. We want data as per this creator, URL, caption, views. Okay, so now we'll add a node here. We'll come here, click on plus, select data transformation and then select edit fields set. Okay, we'll select this. Now the mode will be manual mapping and then you have to click on here and now the name. Okay, so we'll enter the name exactly as per what we have in this sheet. So we'll just copy this creator, we'll copy this, we'll come here and we'll paste it here. And please note that there cannot be any space after this creator. Okay, so there should not be any gap or else it will not work. Now this will be string. And for the value, so now from the left hand side, we'll be dragging the value here of the creator. So creator, if you remember, we have mentioned Varun Maya. Okay, so we'll search for Varun Maya here. So this is what we will see. Now owner full name, we'll just drag and drop it from here because this is the name of the creator. So this part is done. Now again, we'll add another field here. Click this and now we'll come to Google Sheet and we want the URL of the video. Okay, we'll come back here again, we'll paste this URL and now it will be string and this one we'll have to drag and drop it from the left hand side. So now we need the video URL. For this, just come here, URL. Okay, so now this is the URL. So this is the Instagram URL link. We'll just drag and drop it from here to here. Okay, so this part is done. Now we will add another field. Let us open our sheet again. Next one is caption. We need the caption. So we'll just copy this caption from here. We'll come here back again. We'll paste it here. Now this one will be string and value. Again, we have to drag and drop it from the left hand side. We'll delete this. Now we'll search for caption. And this is the caption. We'll just drag and drop it from here. Okay, so the caption part is done. So now you can also see how the value will look like. Okay, so after dragging here, you will see this is how the output will look like. Okay, similarly for URL, this is how the output will look like. So this is exactly going to go in the Google Sheet. Okay, so now the caption will be looking like this. Next, we'll be adding another field here. So after caption, let us see what we have. So after caption, we have views. So we'll be adding views now. So just copy this views from here, come here and you will paste it here. Okay, so for views, this will be numbers. It will not be a string. Okay, so select number from here. Now we will have to drag and drop the views from the left hand side. So for this, delete this, search for views. Okay, so now you can see video view count. We'll drag and drop it from here. Okay, so this part is done. You can see it's 75326, 75326. Okay, so now we'll be adding another field here. So let us check what is the other field. It is likes. So we'll just copy this likes and we'll paste it here. And this one will also be number because likes is under numbers field. So now we'll select number. And now similarly on the left hand side, we'll delete this and we'll search for like. Now just click here and then we get likes count 5756. Okay, we'll drag and drop it from here to here. Okay, so now we can see the result is 5756. Now we'll be adding another field. After likes we have comments. Okay, so we need comments. We'll come here, we'll paste it here again, and similarly we'll search for comments now. So now we have comments count is 50. So we'll just drag and drop it from here. Okay, so now this part is done. So now we'll be adding another field here. Click here. Now we'll come here. It is date. Okay, just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now for the date on the left hand side, you can search for date. So if you don't find anything with date, you can search for timestamp. Okay, so we get this as a timestamp. You will drag and drop it from here to here. Okay, so we need the date when the video was posted. So this is what we can see. This is how the output will look like. So this data is a bit difficult to understand for normal people. Okay, so if you want this in a very simple format, for that you will have to change the code here. You will delete it. So I've already created using ChatGPT. I'll just paste it here. Okay, and this is how the output will look like. Now you can see now it is very easy for us to understand. Okay, so this is what we'll be using. So now you can close this or you can click on back to canvas. Okay, so this part is done. We'll have to add another node here. Okay, so this time it will be timestamp node, because after this we'll have to filter the data for the last 15 days and it will know the last 15 days from the value it will get from here. Okay, so we'll come here in the value section, just open this and we'll have to mention a code here. So I've already made it using ChatGPT. I'll just paste it here. So this is the code that you will have to paste. So now this part is done. Now I'll click on back. Okay, I'll click on back to canvas again. Now step 4 is done. Now let us see what is step 5. Okay, so this is step 5. We have to filter recent videos only. Okay, which means we have to get videos from the last 15 days plus we have to get only videos. So we don't want photos. So for this we'll be adding a code node here. Okay, click on plus, search for code and then select this one. Okay, and select code in JavaScript. Now you can make it big. You can delete everything and now I'll paste the code here. Okay, so I have got this code with the help of ChatGPT. So if you want, you can also get this code. You just have to give the prompt based on what you are looking for. Okay, so now this part is done. So now I'll close this. I'll click on back to canvas. So now our step 5 is done. Okay, so let us see what is step 6. So it is select top 2 per creator. It means we have to select top 2 videos from each creator. Okay, it means we have to filter the data that we already have. For this we'll be adding another code node here. Okay, so come here, add another code node, search for code, select this and then select code in JavaScript, and now you can make it big. You can delete everything. I'll paste the code here. So for this code also I've taken help from ChatGPT. Now I'll close this. Now I'll click on back to canvas. Now step 6 is done. So after step 6, let us check step 7. This is the final step. So here we'll have to add a Google Sheet. So whatever data we have got so far, we'll be feeding all those information in our Google Sheet so that we can get everything here. Okay, so now for this we'll be adding a Google Sheet node. So we'll come here, we'll add a Google Sheet node. So select Google Sheets and from here we'll be selecting append row in a sheet. Okay, so now credential is connected. If you have not, you should connect it. Resource will be sheet within document. Operation will be append row. Document, we'll have to select the document. It was Instagram Reel Scraper. Now this time the sheet will be the second one, the best performing reels. Okay, so we'll come here, we'll select best performing reels. So this one is done. Now we have to map each column manually. But before this, we'll have to execute our previous workflow. Okay, so now I'll click on back. So now we'll be executing our previous workflow. So for this, let us execute this one first, and then we'll execute this, and then we'll execute this. So now we have this data. Now we'll be mapping it easily. So now you can come here. So for creator, we'll be mapping this creator. Just drag and drop it from here. And then for the URL, just drag and drop it from here in this URL part. Now for caption, This is it. Just drag and drop it here. For views, we'll drag and drop it here. For likes, we can drag and drop it here. For comments, we can do the same thing. Similarly, for the date, we'll do the same thing. Okay, so now this part is done. So click this, and now we'll open this sheet. Now we'll get the data. You can see we got the data, we got the creator, we got the URL, the caption, the views, the likes, the comments, and everything. Okay, so we have got now the top 2 posts for the last 15 days from each one of them. So let me open this and see how it looks. So this is it. So this is the video. So you can compare everything as per your requirement. Okay, so yes, this is how you do it. So now we have taken 3 different creators' name. So it's Sirio Berati, 100x engineers, and Sabrina Romanov. So this is their Instagram ID. So now we will execute the workflow and we will see what we get. Okay, so come here and click execute workflow. Okay, so now we can see it has got 3 items. We'll double click and we can see Sirio Berati, 100x engineers, and Sabrina Ramonov. We have got this. So now let Apify scrape the data and feed it in Google Sheet. Okay, so now this is our Google Sheet. This one is empty. We'll wait for the data to arrive here. Okay, so let us come back to the workflow. So let Apify scrape the data first. Yes, I think this is done. We got 6 items. We'll open our sheet. This is our sheet. So now you can see it has sorted the data based on the highest number of views. Okay, so the video which has got highest number of views, it has sorted by descending to ascending order. So this is how you can scrape viral Instagram videos in seconds. So if you want this document where I have mentioned everything step by step along with the code that I have used, or if you want the JSON file, please do let me know. So thank you so much for watching this.